Welcome to the ULI podcast dedicated to calling out your friends' bullshit. I almost forgot my
So close. I was like, it's coming out
of the podcast. Dedicated, right? We are dedicated. Yeah, it is. We're dedicated. We really have. I don't know. Just please take it away.
That's Brian. I'm Chris.
Favorite pothead Sir D's.
And like any other week, we here kicking that shit, having a good time talking about all the stories we see down our feeds. Our timeline was over. Timelines it ain't timelines no more.
I mean, both of them mean the same.
I was about to say feed sounds like it's just. I mean, they both sound relevant. You know what? Timeline does sound a little old.
Yeah,
we want to feed. We want to feed.
Well, y'all know when we see it on the internet, we talk about it. That's basically what it is. We like to have a good time, call each other out when we see some missteps, some misspeaking, some bad jokes,
some lies.
Hence the name of the show. And when we do see those, we call it out, and that's come punishment. From a shot to 20 push-ups that people don't seem to do anymore.
Hey, bro, we got
stacking them up.
There's going to be a whole session. We have not been doing these push-ups. We just got to be real with everybody. We're like, yeah, we'll show them to you after the show. You're right. Nothing. Yeah, we didn't even have Kizer here last time. Oh my God.
And we also got the $5 cash app and any other idea that we can come up with to have a funny punishment. We got a cartwheel on the books as well. We got whatever else.
We still got a TikTok in the works.
TikTok in the works. We've done some. So we got some other punishments to keep us entertained. But the show today, we got a jam-packed one. Sherman, what you hitting them over the head with?
I'm going to talk about some funny stuff I seen. That y'all know the DNC convention is going on right now, the Democratic National Convention or something like that.
Yeah.
But what caught my eye was you see it. What caught my eye was the mobile Planned Parenthood station that was offering free abortions. What do you call those?
Snips?
The contraceptives and vasectomies. Right. And that shit stuck out to me because we'll talk about it. But that's my thought.
For the free 99.
For the free 99, boy.
Cut that vast difference.
And I'm going to bring a story I seen. A young lady that got convicted. They pled guilty to murdering. Is that the word? I'm trying to find the right word to say, but
Kaiser Permanente?
Yeah. She off her abuser.
She unalived him.
And unalived, is that the word? Is that the safe word? So
I think once we get a certain amount in, we can
talk freely. Yeah.
A little more freely.
But we're gonna talk about that. The conviction that was passed down, what she pled to, the implications, if it's self-defense or not. We're gonna get into all that.
That is spicy. I'll be talking about just a little snippet on this is the IG link, but Nick Cannon and Godfrey and
Neo.
And Neo, you're right. Some male celebrities talk on something that we men have been harping on for a while, but doesn't make it untrue. Which is that women don't appreciate good guys. They always go for the bad boy, and how that goes into the development of young men. So I'll be talking about that.
We're going to talk about it. Y'all know how we do y'all like you like energy. I thought that was going to ruin. Brian's pretty confident with that, so I'm going to let it slide. We're going to talk about it, give you that ULI energy, have a good time. Is there any housekeeping we do? Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the video. Visit us online. Do that at 805ENT.com. Get your merch, you know what I'm saying? Support black business. We out here trying to get it out the mud, you know what I'm saying? And more importantly, if you can't do none of that, share the video. Y'all watching this live right now, share this on Facebook, share it on YouTube, share it on Instagram, share it. Where else we at? That's all the spot.
If you see something you like, timestamp it.
Please
send it to you.
Please do. We would love all that. It helps the algorithm more than y'all know. We're trying to get over this hump that got us plateaued out. So if y'all messing with us for real, go ahead and do that for your boys.
Please do.
As we get into these topics. Here we go.
All right, here we go. And we're back.
All right, we back, and we starting with my topic. So, I've been catching pieces of the DNC and stuff. I'm the political nerd,
the resident one,
on the platform here.
Yeah, you can take that.
It's fine. It interests me because it's just funny to me how people play in our faces. But anyway,
for sure,
I swear. But during this the coverage, I caught that Planned Parenthood was offering free abortions and vasectomies and contraceptives during this DNC. Has a mobile van that they're driving around to offer these things in, and it stuck out to me because as a dude, I'm thinking I ain't getting snipped in the back of nobody's van. Like, what the hell are we talking about here?
We have a problem with doing it just in the
regular hospital. Yeah. So I don't know, but we're gonna talk about it after we hit the little
framing.
Right,
yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Let's get some framing going. Whoops.
Oh, you was behind.
Am I supposed to? Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm rusty.
Planned Parenthood Mobile Clinic. They have set one up just outside the United Center, and they won't just be handing out T-shirts and bumper stickers. They're actually going to be offering free abortion medication, inflatable IUDs, and vasectomies. News Nation's Kelsey Kernstein joining us live outside the United Center with more on this. The pro-life groups, Kelsey, they're pretty outraged by this show from Planned Parenthood outside.
Of course, there's people.
Hey there, Marnie. Good morning. Yeah, I've spoken to some of these pro-life groups. They tell me they're absolutely furious that Planned Parenthood would have a mobile clinic here during the DNC. Now, right now, I'm in the Union Park area. This is where protesters are going to be in just the next couple of hours. I can see them setting up. But it's interesting. I've gotten on the Planned Parenthood website. I cannot find an address for this mobile clinic. And also, all of the appointments have already been booked up. Now, I do want to go ahead and show you this. So Planned Parenthood Great Rivers, which is based in Missouri, where abortions are banned, writing on X, saying, "Here we come, Chicago. Our mobile clinic will be in the West Loop on August 19th and 20th. Now, this is a neighborhood just minutes from the Democratic National Convention where it's taking place. Going on to read that they will provide free vasectomies and abortion medication. Emergency contraception will also be available for free without an appointment.
Emergency?
Also, reportedly, Planned Parenthood has said that the mobile clinic demonstrates when states like Illinois work to support rather than restrict access to affordable care. The organization is also hoping to help those patients from surrounding states like, say, Iowa, to help get an abortion where it's been restricted. Marnie?
What's been the response from both sides, really, to this mobile clinic, Kelsey?
Well, the pro-life group really saying that this is demonic that the mobile clinic would be here. They've also said that the Democratic Party is the party of death. Now, we did reach out to one of these groups, and this is Susan B. Anthony, Pro-Life America, writing us this statement, which reads, "The Planned Parenthood DNC abortion bus is confirmation that the party of safe, legal, rare abortion is completely gone."
We find this action taken by Planned Parenthood is just totally disgusting in my eyes. We have so much to work for as a party
right now because yeah, thank you. Does anybody else notice this?
Well, they had to find somebody that had a problem with it.
Anybody gonna take this guy seriously?
And his walls. Like, what's going on?
They just had to find somebody on the left that had a problem with it.
All right, hold on. Let me start over because I was not listening to him.
Find this action taken by Planned Parenthood is just totally disgusting in my eyes. We have so much to work for as a party. We used to be the party.
Is lining up to get pregnant by him.
No,
none of his business.
He doesn't need to worry about abortions.
That stood up for the little guy, that stood up for the working class, that stood up for the vulnerable, and to see Planned Parenthood taking this action at the DNC is truly disgusting to me.
For Democrats or something?
I don't know who this guy is.
On the flip side, here's what a Democratic strategist told us about the mobile clinic being near the DNC.
What we're trying to provide Americans, men and women, is the ability to make their own choices about their life and their bodies and their medical care, and not have a politician make that in a back room for them.
That's
Also,
part that
really
always
interesting
wins
to
me
point
over in
out that
arguments.
according to an Associated
You don't have to
Press,
watch the rest of this. We can talk about it.
Okay. Give me a second here. So, please continue.
We can talk about it.
Please.
Now, for me, all of the I don't care about all of the political talking points of the whole pro-life, pro-choice thing. I know where I stand on it. I feel like everybody should be able to make their own choices, whatever. What's funny to me though about this is even in what stood out to me about it being the mobile, abortion, vasectomy, mobile type of deal. Even still, what sticks out to me is there's
abortion bus is what they
the
call
abortion
it.
bus, right? There's not the same stigma on us getting vasectomies as it is on women having abortions when it comes to pro-life and pro-choice type shit. So and it kind of fucking I don't know.
Should there be the same though? I don't think it should be.
That's
the stigma is different. I mean, what they're doing has both the sperm and the egg already joined together, starting that process where we just got the sperm.
But if their position is that they're stopping babies from being born, vasectomies are stopping it at the source. Women can have periods, they can't get pregnant by
there isn't a baby gestating.
Yeah, the required chemical reaction to create a human being is being cut off. I think it's already started. That's less controversial than killing the life.
I get that, but it takes away from the argument of
that's kind of the point
of us having enough babies or women killing babies or not having given the opportunity to have babies.
It takes away from
saying we ain't having enough babies. Is that
there's all kind of topics that and all kind of headlines that say we are not.
Ooh, that's a curiosity one more than anything.
What's the?
I'll stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Not push-ups. The niggas ain't doing them.
Those will get done. We're gonna have to do.
Let's go for a shot then.
Yeah. Let's do a shot.
That's a quick Google can solve that one. Yeah. Go ahead, Google search that one. They are concerned that especially millennials and Gen Z, are not having enough babies.
What's the question?
That if that's a thing, that we're not having enough babies, millennials and Gen Z. And that's
I got a job where I can refute that.
Let me make this live.
Babies is getting made.
That's what I see, but that's not the talking point for a lot of these pro-life politicians, especially the ones that are anti-abortion for real.
We got all these foster care kids too. Like it's babies out here,
but they don't give a fuck about the foster care kids, and that's why I don't like the pro-life position, because the pro-life position doesn't care past the fetus. And if you don't care past the fetus, you can't tell me you're that you're pro-life. You're fetus.
What was the question again? Sorry, I had to.
Just type in our millennials and Gen Z.
He putting generations on it.
There we go. I like that. Declining. In America?
It's the amount.
Are we having enough babies?
Are we having enough babies in America?
That's population. The population is expected to peak at 30.
No, go down. Because what I'm talking about is the politician heads and the pro-life heads talking about us not having enough babies. Us as millennials, and there's millennials that confirm that.
Do we trust that right there?
News. Go to
falling
the news
birth rates.
Propelled by falling birth rates.
America is uniquely ill-suited to handle.
He did say headlines.
The Economist, let's see, that's census.org.
Why would you put millennials and Gen Z in the search thing?
Because why you gotta categorize?
Because they're talking about us. They're talking about we're right now at the peak baby making age. They're talking about us.
Is population in America is population decline?
I'm out my baby making pride.
A political point. That's what you're how shrinking populations. Why not put it in the what?
Just put our millennials and Gen Z having enough babies, because I promise you that's
there you go.
The talking point that they're tying to.
Having problems?
Definitely having problems. You're talking about this talking point that they've been having less children.
Yes.
Dang, Chris, you gonna have to take a shot.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was over here so focused on the search that I've seen shit about this. Yeah, they talk about.
I've heard.
We have literally covered a subject.
We have heard this, but it was because they were choosing not to, right, or something like that.
You aligned yourself, though.
He did. But hey, but back to my point, the stigma is still not. Even in that point of view, it's still not the same. And it was interesting to me because, nigga, I didn't think nobody would want to get a vasectomy in a van. It kind of feels like getting a dirty tattoo. Like, you don't know what's going on, but hey, fuck it, we live in life.
I mean, I want to like it the same, but it's like giving blood in the mobile units. I mean,
even that's like, I only gave blood one time and it was in a mobile unit, and that shit was uncomfortable as hell.
Yeah, it was very comfortable.
But it was still like, I don't know.
Juicy juice.
I don't know if you. I don't know, and maybe it's just my immature mind, but I picture motherfuckers driving around in the van while these
stationary
cutting your nuts and shit, and you ain't cutting my nuts while we moving. I don't care. I don't care.
While we moving is misleading. They'll be parked.
I'm still not getting in your van.
I'm still not getting in your van.
In the right situation, bro.
Maybe. I mean,
I probably
you're
would.
in Mexico and you have no other choice.
Or you're in a state where you can't get one.
That's true.
But they popping up on y'all to do this.
You're just gonna roll the dice.
Yeah, let me go.
Or even fuck it, if you ain't got health insurance. A lot of people don't have health insurance.
Okay,
and they don't want to have to come out of pocket for it, and they've been talking about it. So this is an opportunity. So
now I also don't know if I want no free vasectomy.
Also, let's point
very often
we're cutting corners. It's budgeted.
Let's say that these are lower. Let's say people would expect them to, if they're not bad vasectomies completely, they would still expect them to be lower quality.
Maybe rushed
vasectomies and stuff like that. Now that might not be true. That might not be true. But that is the concern. And the thing is,
treat mine with care. Put them on ice, little pillows, the whole nine.
Not only is it a personal concern for the man, but botched vasectomies can end up with you regrowing the tubes and having kids. Anything happen.
Yeah.
Men grow it back all the time.
Same with tube ties. The same thing can happen.
Yep.
So women do it too. It happens.
But yeah.
So yeah.
But I just want to. Do y'all think that's a good idea though? Like mobile vasectomy abortion buses and stuff.
I think it'll be provocative, but I do think it's a good idea, especially if it's servicing these communities that can't, like you said, afford it or have access to it, and you're just pulling up and giving people the opportunity, the option to. You're not forcing no hands or nothing like that. If you want it, if you want the information, if you want the procedure, go ahead. I'm for it.
And that's the choice side.
People love free shit. You giving out free vasectomies?
It's something that probably should be free aneway. It's like this kind of healthcare.
It should be free.
I'm gonna go have one just because it's free.
You want kids, sir? It's free though, right?
Free laughing because you trying to do it one day, maybe. Okay, well, fuck it.
I got a couple hours to kill.
I'm not walking into no goddamn van to get snipped. That's not
gonna take a lollipop for a vasectomy.
No, thank you. I am good to go.
I don't know. It's a lot of people think it's controversial. You heard them call it demonic and shit. I honestly think it's
controversial is a strong word.
It gives people the choice to
even
make
Republicans
decisions that they probably can't afford, probably not at no fault of their own. So.
I don't think Republicans have a problem with vasectomy, so they wouldn't even be arguing for they would be.
No, but the abortion part.
If the abortion pills were taken out of it, they'd be like, yeah,
right. But the pro-life argument would then be gone, right?
Right.
Yeah. Get rid of that argument, and hey, you handle vasectomies. You're getting rid of most of the issues.
But I can understand the idea for having that for the abortions.
Hey, and to be honest,
there's a lot of situations where that might be the best option.
To be honest, a lot of Republicans probably had situations where they had to have face abortions and making those decisions anyway.
I'm saying.
To me, it comes off fake.
Tanisha says both procedures currently are covered by insurance. So
yes, that's why I said for the people who don't have health insurance, I think it's a good idea for them.
Vasectomies and tubal ligations. Yes.
The tubal ligation.
Expand my vocabulary then.
I like that.
Wow.
Oh shoot! Anything else on that?
I ain't got nothing else on that. I just thought it was interesting.
I mean, if we went on, I'm sure we could crack a few more jokes. But no.
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead. That was a terrible ULI.
It was, but it got the people going.
Poorly executed, and he didn't stick the landing. He out there looking like Ray Gun.
We judging her? Oh, see, I'm on. We judging the ULI now? It's a 3. It's a 3.
Hey, we still in Olympic mode. That's how everything's getting judged right now.
Just that breakdancing shot.
There you go. Oh, I guess we'll get out after this, huh?
We get out of it.
Here we go. And we're back.
There we are.
Why y'all look so surprised?
See,
I was surprised.
There's that condition I was talking about. You hear a word and immediately sing a song.
It's a real thing.
Oh my
Snap
God.
to,
Next topic is mine. Like I said, we're talking about the young lady named Chrystul Kizer out in the Wisconsin area. She had just pled guilty to charges that have got reduced due to her plea, but it was for initially murder in the first degree upon her.
I know you said this happened years ago.
Yeah, 2018
yeah,
is when it initially happened. And dude is a 34-year-old. She was 17, had been abusing her for a year, got videotapes and all kind of evidence of her and multiple other girls.
She said sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking, yes.
Okay.
So we talking about abuse upon her and also sold off for those same uses. So yeah, she had enough. Went to her with a loaded gun, 2 shots to the head.
To her with a loaded
went
gun.
to him. Sorry,
Him?
she went to his house with a loaded gun, shot him 2 times in the head, bop bop, burnt the house down, stole his car, and got out of there.
That's a bad girl.
That was at
survive,
her end.
She's not gonna give
At her wit's end.
gonna stop.
I'm sorry. I was impressed by that story, but yeah.
But we can let the people
Paint a better
frame it a little
picture?
better than I did. Yeah.
Chrystul Kizer was 17 years old when she was charged with killing a man. She says sexually abused her for years. The case garnered international attention.
And now 6 years later,
this story,
she is sentenced. Fox 6's Ashley Sears joins us here in studio to explain that this isn't the outcome her supporters wanted here, Ash.
Stephanie, this sentence comes after Kizer pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of second-degree reckless homicide. Advocates for sex trafficking survivors were hoping she would get time served.
6 years after Chrystul Kizer walked into a Kenosha County courtroom for the first time,
Y'all remember Kenosha?
she returns for the ending to her case.
I know who that bitch
Our
was.
cameras were not allowed to film inside, only permitted to capture photos. In 2018, then 17-year-old Kizer was charged with shooting and killing 34-year-old Randall Volar at his Kenosha County home. Prosecutors say she set his house on fire and stole his car.
This is a crime, the most serious crime known to man.
The case garnered international attention after Kizer said Volar was
murder's
abusing.
bad, yes, but
and trafficking her for years. In 2020, a handful of groups helped pay her $400,000 bond so she could be free before her trial. In May of this year, Kizer
they fucking dismissed it.
pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of second-degree reckless homicide. Monday, a judge sentenced her to 11 years in prison with 5 years of extended supervision.
It's a heartbreaking decision.
Yasmin Vafa is the executive director of Rights for Girls, an organization working to change the narrative on the criminalization of sexually abused girls. She helped write a report on it.
We are still letting so many of these young girls fall through the cracks.
While the Kizer case is done, advocates say their work continues.
I think just it's a tragedy all around.
It is. I think that's it.
Yeah.
For the most part. But she been failed out here. The whole system, society, everything we done set up failed this young lady. If you ask me, there's a lot at play here. From I think what set her off on the wrong track here was the self-defense plea. You know, that was the defense's main stance, is that she was, fighting for her life in the scenario. But
she came back to his home though.
That part. At the time of the incident, her life or these incidents weren't happening. She had the upper hand. It was premeditated.
Right.
But premeditated by someone with like a trauma response.
Right.
That none of that was taken into account, I think, just because there probably isn't a precedent set.
Right.
For that kind of language.
And not just that, when you dealing with that kind of shit, they go by legal definitions, and legal definitions of a self-defense thing would be immediately in danger.
He would have been had to be trying to sexually put himself on her or
right
whatever in the moment for her to be justified with that kind of reaction. But if you look at the grand scheme of everything, all the girls she's probably known to be abused by this man, the abuse that she had to suffer at the hands of this man.
The proof, because they say got videos and
videos,
pictures.
You know what I'm saying? The mental torture that she's been put through. That seemed like a justified reason to me and probably both of y'all, without even having to really ask. I think I would know where y'all fall on that.
Look, justified is a strong word because I can understand why she did it. But I think
so you saying it's understandable but not justified?
Not justified.
Yes. It's understandable but not justified, because the simple truth is the law is there for a reason, is that just because you decide to murder somebody doesn't mean that you get to murder somebody. If we start like breaking down, these are big laws. Murder laws are big.
That's what dude said, yeah.
So murder laws are big. So if we don't have laws in place and strictly adhere to them, people will think they can get away with stuff. Like the next person,
things aren't black and white.
Well, the thing is, the next person might do the same thing
for a lesser reason or something,
tell the same story.
But the reason would have to matter. The proof would have to be there.
But there's a precedent. Yeah, but there's a precedent set for it. And if there's enough, if they can justify it enough, like you said, justify is that it's a range. That's why
it is.
Justify is an absolute. You can't. People try to justify things, but there's a place over here where literally you're like, oh, completely justified. And I think it has an official definition too. I might be wrong. But justified? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But to say justified means that you had
a just action. That was
the
right move.
You had every right to do this. You had every right to do this, right? So I would think in that situation, as far as survival goes, because
she did not have every.
Laws are not a physical force on your body. Laws are not a physical force on your body, but your body knows when it's in danger. Your body, when you're hurting or afraid or something, and you never want something to happen again. So to like, she killed this person, but she planned to murder. That's the problem. She also planned to murder. This didn't. I thought it was going to be like a more
in the moment situation.
Yeah. So, but she planned to murder.
She did plan to murder.
She planned to murder. The best you can. I mean, as a citizen, you can't do that. You just can't do that.
Only if you're the police.
Exactly.
If you got the proper protocol,
armed forces or something. You can't be a civilian.
And I'm just saying this.
Can't be a civilian.
This was an opportunity for them to set a precedent for something in these. Go ahead, Sherman.
Maybe, but it also sets a dangerous precedent. But go ahead.
Yeah, it could be.
I keep laughing to myself because I know Brian's gonna hate this point of view. He's gonna hate it. But anyway, anyway. So
sorry.
My thing is, in dealing with the law and us, I hate how they always try to make an example out of us as black people, where I know for a fact if this was a little white girl that killed her, I'm not gonna say she would have made that as a hero.
You ain't gotta even do a hypothesis or whatever the other word.
I'm sure it's happened.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Hypothetical.
Ooh, that's not.
You're welcome.
A hypotenuse.
You're welcome. I'm sorry, Sherman. Go ahead.
But I just know
Kyron Rittenhouse was the same situation, bro.
And she would have been
more or less.
but he didn't even have the years of torture and trauma on top of it. But they get held as heroes or survivors in these situations. Oh, you did what you had to do to survive, and they're taken easy on in the eyes of the law, whether it comes to the sentencing or the judgment or the charges.
They take in factor the age,
taking factor everything.
Status.
To me, it's crazy that this girl already spent time in jail. She was bailed out by her supporters and stuff.
No, go back. She had been abused since the age of 17 by this man for years.
No,
finally freed herself, then went to jail.
With all of that into account, and the judge still saw fit to sentence her to 11 years plus extra years of supervision. That's like fucking being on house arrest.
Now they're giving her time served for like a year or so for the time she's been in incarcerated already. But
still 11 years. That's ridiculous though for what she has to, for the situation,
the actual situation.
And I feel like I just know for a fact that there's no white girl in America that would have got 11 years for getting revenge on their abductor and sex trafficker. I know that they wouldn't have. And that to me bothers the fuck out of me, because we already have situations where women get like she said, they fall through the cracks. A lot of women get abused and shit, and they never even survive, let alone
have the nerve
to fight back or something, or to do something about it. And I think
so. What protocol is like? Make the call to the cops and let the cops handle that. But what the fuck?
But the cops are usually biased already, so then
it's a no-win situation for her. It's a no-win situation
because then it becomes you said this, but he said it was consensual, and he said you decided, and you said this. It becomes
in this climate. She called the cops, mess around, get shot herself for boiling some water.
That part. So I don't know.
The problem is, because it has to pertain to the case, what specifically happened with that? Like, what was her situation when she went to kill him? Like what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Was it distressed? Like, was her life in danger? And
no. She could have been worried this nigga was gonna come after her again, and she was like, "No, I'm finna get him first before he ever has a chance to come back after me."
Which, to Brian's point, is planned murder.
Yes, it is, but that's what I'm saying. It's not the nuance.
Yes,
the nuance of it is all these things that she has to face now to make her even want to go do that, because she did fear for her life then, if that's the case.
No, she was completely violated as a human. That's not the concern. The concern is why
do you have the right to take
why would there be a pretense? Because then we're relying on somebody to claim that emotional aspect and stuff, and if they have enough evidence, they could get away with murder. Like with this, you know what? Is it murder?
They put it at what is it called?
I'm asking you. Reckless homicide.
I'm asking you. Is what she did murder?
No.
What she did was murder.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I disagree.
What she did was murder.
I disagree.
Taking another life is murder, bro.
Well, what would you call it?
I disagree.
What would you call it?
Because legally, it's not defined as murder if you just take somebody's life. That's why they got manslaughter. That's why they got homicide.
We understand there are murder in the first degree, second degree, third degree.
Yeah, I don't think
we had you alive.
This is first degree murder.
This was the attempt. Yeah,
this is first degree murder.
I can't agree with that. I would rather give her manslaughter than anything. I would agree that it was manslaughter more than anything.
This is first degree murder, for sure.
I would think
by definition.
I would think it was manslaughter. If you're asking me, it's manslaughter.
You a lie. It is not manslaughter.
It's manslaughter to me.
That's an official.
What's the definition of a manslaughter?
I think it's like accidental killing.
Yeah, it's incidental. Not even accident. It could be like incidental, so kind of accidental. But like, if you didn't intend for somebody to get hurt and they died, that's manslaughter.
Usually like car crashes.
Please go ahead. I
don't.
It definitely wasn't a oopsie.
I said I don't agree.
It was very intentful.
Yeah.
It's
not that.
Okay, but intent. Okay, by intent then. Yes, but there's still that reasoning of
I think that should
defending herself
I'm not saying that I think she did the wrong thing.
I think if fearing for your life, I think if fearing for your life can work as an excuse for law enforcement, then it should also work as an excuse for her. She feared for her life.
Whoa. That's not good logic. You're saying,
it is a reason that they get off.
Hold on, you're saying
it's the reason they get off with every time.
This is something that we know is that police, law enforcement or non-civilians clearly get treated differently. Like, so that's a big expectation.
Don't make it fair though.
Yeah, and no, it's not fair.
Right.
I'm not saying it's fair.
No, I'm just applying the same loopholes.
Yeah, but we know that they ignore those loopholes.
Because for me, when you think of murder, usually it's not in response to an offense. Because this is in response to something. It takes away that definition of what first degree murder is in my head.
I think they probably clearly define fighting for your life. So that's the self-defense part of it. That's why
what's the definition.
But I agree to the point that it is a response.
But what's the definition of homicide then?
I think it's just killing somebody.
That's murder.
One person killing another.
Yeah,
I think is what homicide.
I mean, manslaughter.
For the ULI. Yeah, can you look that up?
My bad. Yeah, let me pull it up. Sorry. Please continue. I'll pull it up.
Either way, 11 years is buck wild, nigga.
I mean,
I don't care. 11 years is buck wild.
It's a lot. It's a lot, especially for what she's already suffered. That could have been taken into account. Too.
Nigga, it's almost half her fucking life.
Okay.
Nigga, that she is at her age now.
In turmoil. She a whole 23, I think now, 20 something like that.
The killing of one person by another. There's a
give me my credit. Give me my credit. I was on jury duty, goddamn it, for a murder case. Don't play with me. But manslaughter was a true one, yeah. Was a ULI.
Definition. Don't correct me. Okay. Manslaughter is the unlawful killing of a person without malice or premeditation or the specific intent to kill.
So not necessarily accidental, but the intent would imply accidental. Or even
that would make it a homicide, right? Manslaughter is the unlawful killing of a person without it.
I mean, it is also a homicide.
I'm just gonna take this shit. Fuck it.
Manslaughter is homicide.
So Sherman is technically wrong by
I'm technically wrong
by definition.
She meant to do that.
By definition, Sherman is technically wrong, but we all get what you're saying.
And agree with it.
Yeah, and agree.
But to the letter,
by legal definition, yes.
I think they had a chance here to do right by this.
The problem is the line got blurred here because she did commit murder, but everything that came before it, does feel like to a lot of people that's justification. Like I would
not just the stuff that came before it though. It's the possibility of the things that can come after. As long as he's alive, I'm not safe.
Yeah,
other girls aren't.
So other girls are not safe.
Yeah.
So it's like
now, who gets held accountable for the time that he's got to spend roaming rampant in the community like that?
Yeah.
Nobody gets brought to trial for that, but this young lady's got to go to jail for a good portion of her life.
And if he was alive, he probably still wouldn't be on trial.
While she did do that, do you feel like that was her only option? She was in distress and felt like that was her only option, but do you feel like that was her only option?
Her only No, not her only option.
Yeah, both of you guys. Sherman, no?
Not her only option.
Yeah. So,
but we're talking to we're dealing with a person that's mentally damaged at this point.
Yeah, she should be. at the least, she should be released into medical care instead.
Right,
of prison,
right. I would agree with that.
But she'd also
11 years though. It's still wild.
She'd also be considered dangerous.
Even still. Okay, Brian, I give you all of that and the legal stuff and all that, and you're right. You can't just get away with murder, but giving her less than 11 years would have been way more appropriate. Give her 3. Maybe 4 with psychological help, like at a mental facility or something to help. Because not just that, you dealing with, she has to carry the fact that she killed somebody, but then she has to carry the fact that that's on top of all the trauma she's dealt with before. So if you just lock her up and then release her, now you releasing her back into the public with no fucking help for the mental shit she had to deal with. So at least if you're gonna sentence her, I would sentence her for shorter years and then to like a mental facility because they have,
or maybe even just like a rehabilitation.
But they have those where they send criminals to instead of to jail.
Right.
And I feel like she would benefit more from that. So by the time her sentence is up, she can go out and at least have tools
become a productive member of society again. Yeah. Which she never got the chance to be being robbed at 17 years old.
Right. And then just locking her up.
Right. I'd agree. Y'all can let us know down in the comments. We had a lot of
that was a long one
on that one. But I think it's a very poignant conversation to be had. It's a lot of different nuances like we talked about. Y'all can let us know in the comments how y'all fall on this particular topic. Is she justified? Was it murder? Should she got these 11 years?
Me say no murder.
And, prayers up to the young lady.
Yes.
Hopefully things work out better for your favor.
Hopefully she get out early for good behavior.
Something. I'm praying peace on your life, young lady.
That's true. Yeah,
that's for sure. We can get out of there.
All right.
No.
Sherman is in the mix.
Oh, sorry, Sherman.
Yeah, well, he's in the mix.
And we're back. Sorry.
I'm in there. I'm ready.
That was very sports announcer. And we're back. That was even worse. All right. So it's my subject now. And, you know, something a little more lighthearted. Nick, you're right.
We got to people non-fuckboys too. So
Nick Cannon, Godfrey, and Neo on a panel. Yeah, I got to pull this up while I'm talking about it. On a panel.
Random panel, too, at that.
That combination was random.
What are y'all doing?
All y'all schedules just having to line up, huh?
So basically, the premise is that they changed after realizing that women don't like good guys. Right? I mean, it speaks for itself. I'm gonna play the clip so we can talk about, you know, the whole dynamic.
Yeah.
But yeah, here we go.
Times both guys. I've been the nice guy, and it didn't work, and I stopped the bad boy, and it didn't work. But of the two, the bad boy always works a little more. So are women attracted to toxicity? Young women.
You a lie. You a lie, baby. I've dated women 10 years older than me and then 10 years younger than me.
Still wanted some drama.
They love the toxicity. They on some bullshit. Nah, fuck that.
If you come from a household where machismo and all that is around you, you unconsciously feel safe in that. Yeah. And that's what you learn from peers too, because you watch your boys and go, man, he's an ass. So I think I'm gonna do that because high school happened to me. I was the nice guy, man. I was like, get her flowers. My mother's like, that's good. And I got
it was all of us.
I ain't gonna buy flowers in high school, but I remember him doing it.
I did. Flowers, balloons, teddy bears.
But just saying, like, generally,
that was the romantic. I was trying to be romantic.
Just a stand-up dude during high school, which doesn't really go well with women. It don't.
Not just high school, even in my early.
No, I'm just saying, like in high school or whatever, younger women. But you're right.
Younger courting days.
That's where you learn that lesson. We learned that lesson.
They like what they like, so that's not really gonna change. I don't blame them. But
let them dude on. And I was like, that will never happen to me again. Man, we gotta I think that's
I'm responsible.
That might be the origin story of our toxic masculinity.
What they call toxic masculinity.
I was the poem writing.
Yep, me too.
I don't know some poems.
I didn't do that.
I did.
Right. I was like, fuck these flowers.
That's real.
That's real.
That's real. Yeah.
Unnecessary, really.
That's got to be a meme.
I would never be heartbroken again. I never want to feel that. And it hurts. And man, we can't take that. I'm glad I thank you for that because I think we just go for that a little bit. Last a lot of time.
I think he tagged that on at the end to make it more palatable.
Let's bring her back in.
Like we try to include her. We're not laughing at you.
Man.
Yeah. So no, please go ahead, Sherman. Please, regale us.
Okay, before we get into it, I just want to, in a moment of transparency. Look,
please.
When I was in high school,
we all family in here, right?
When I was in high school, I had a crush on this girl who was a grade older than me. I'm not gonna say her name because these niggas know her. And I asked her. It took me a lot of courage because I was crushing on her tough. It took a lot of courage for me to even ask her to be my Valentine. We was writing letters back then, so I wrote her a letter and I asked her if she'd be my Valentine, and she said yes. She circled yes on the thing, gave it back.
Back
to
when
me.
you circle yes and no.
Yes. So. Cool. Okay, cool. I told her, okay, well, I got something for you tomorrow because we have Valentine's Day at school. I got something for you. Boom. Okay, cool. I went home so excited. I told my mama, I was like, I want to do all this for her. I'm going to get this. She took me to I forgot where she took me, but I had my own money. So I used my own money. I bought her a bear. I bought her flowers. I bought her chocolates. And I bought balloons.
Well, I thought he was killing her.
And I was like, ooh, when I hear this, she going to ask to be my girlfriend after this. That's what I really want. I want her to be my girlfriend.
Doing the
math.
I'm
trying to show her,
doing the math.
You know, if I'm your boyfriend,
this,
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to show her if I'm your boyfriend, this kind of stuff you could expect from me.
That's what they say they want.
Right? So I get there, and from the time I got on campus, and anybody know me in high school, I had a lot of like female like acquaintances and friends and interactions and stuff. I was always hugging girls and all that stuff every day. And so many girls would come to me, are those for me? Are those for me? Ooh, are those
for context, the biggest flirt. That's what that was his
I got that in
the superlative.
Whatever. Anyway, they kept coming up to me. Is that for me? And I was just happy. I was like, no, this for somebody special, you know. And somebody I looked for this person all day long, and I'm telling you,
carrying around
the gifts. I didn't put them in her locker. I carried them around because I wanted to hand them to her. Like,
had a whole plan.
And
the whole day,
and it got all the way to 7th period. And by the time I got to 7th period, I was like, dang, she not even here. Like, she didn't even come. And one of her friends came up to me and was like, oh my God, who is that for? That's a lucky girl. Woo, woo. And I was just like, well, she ain't here, so I guess they don't mention who is that for? And I told her, and she's like, let me call her right now. And she called her on a little cell phone, and she was like, girl, where you at? This boy up here, all this stuff for you for Valentine's Day and all that stuff. Nigga, I got out of 7th period, getting ready to walk home with all my stuff, and then she come walking on campus at the end of the day, like walking on campus, like, oh my God, that's it for me. That's so sweet. Give me a hug, took all the stuff, and then like just walked away. And I was like that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, she's like, oh, that's so sweet. You're so sweet. Give me a hug, took all the stuff, and walked home. And
there's stories like that
for a week.
For young men all over America,
saying how lucky she was, but she never circled back and was like,
she went back to fucking whoever she was fucking.
She went back to fucking on the fuck boys who didn't even like her, and I almost fought some of them for her. But anyway, that's the story. But yes, I was deep in it, nigga, trying to be a romantic, and and I tell you, I said never fucking again. I'm not doing that, nigga. But that's real. So I hear exactly where these niggas coming from. But we can talk.
And
that was quite the story.
I think they do want those things.
Ideally, conceptually,
after maybe years of frustrating with a guy who wouldn't do right, and then all of a sudden decided to put them first in their life, and then they get that treatment, knowing, because you hear the saying as well, no girl want a dude that don't got no bitches, right? Like
right.
If you ain't got the ability to get bitches, a bitch don't want you. So if you so much,
that's a weird thing too. I swear.
If you so much of a simp for them,
yeah,
they don't see you as a catch to anybody else because you're so focused on them.
Is it if other women want you, then you're more valuable?
If other women want you, you're more valuable.
Automatically, you go back. You go into they just all switch on you. Like,
as soon as you get in a relationship, it seems like girls come out of the woodworks for your ass.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they looking at you in ways that they ain't never looked at you before when you were single. Oh my mama, it's weird. And you know what else? And this is why I know. I don't ever want to try to understand a woman's mind, because it seems like what they want is a bad boy who's also a good boy.
But you can change him to them.
To them. Yes. So they want the nigga that's a romantic, but they want the nigga that's a thug killer, get out of the street, drug dealer, but I'm a upstanding citizen at the same time and care about your feelings and shit. That's like, and all of these is oxymorons to me.
You can't be that same nigga. No.
Like, you describe two different niggas.
They can't blend. And what I battled with this too. Like I felt like I was too much the nice guy, you know, and I felt like being a nice guy was ultimately hurting me in the longer run. But also being a bad boy isn't conducive to my spirit. Like,
it's hard to
I don't like to be just somebody that's just like fuck you in general. Isn't something I could carry out genuinely. You know what I'm saying? I can keep it surface like that, but it's not something. I've learned is
sit right in your soul, nigga.
You got to do what's right for you, and all of this, and that's gonna be moments when you're a good guy, and that's gonna be moments when you're a bad guy. But as long as you doing what makes you happy, I feel like in that you can't go wrong.
Right. Because nigga, I got friends that have no problem like using a female for their stuff, driving their car, dropping them off at work, getting money from them and all that stuff. Like I've had roommates like that.
Yeah, I know these people.
I used to sit back and be like, nigga, I could never be comfortable having to ask my girl if I could borrow her car or use her car while she at work.
Let me get $40 for some weed.
Let me get $40 for some weed type shit. I could never be that guy. But these niggas always had hella females.
Flourishing.
Females would do all of this stuff.
Niggas be dripped out.
Yeah, so it's like I understand why I can't be that nigga, but I also see what like how that nigga also is apparently what y'all want, despite what y'all fucking say.
But then that same dude be the one, you know, once all them bridges get burnt, asking us for money.
Yes.
Asking us for places to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy to me the potential that women can't see at such a young age. They did bring up the age factor in there, saying young girls want what they say the bad guy, but I think all girls want to be entertained at the bottom line. If
the good guy don't get their pussy wet. They need a nigga that's gonna turn them on and be like, ooh, that danger, that adrenaline. Ooh,
and if you are a good guy, you're gonna have to show them these moments of you being real as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like whatever that moment is.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I don't disagree. I got to that point right before I met, you know, my wife.
Brian was about to be a menace out here.
He was. We talked about it.
They came and said, "Fuck these flowers." That was me. I was like, "Fuck these flowers." You have that moment. I was like, "Oh yeah, never again, never again." But yeah.
You want to protect yourself.
Yeah,
you know, that heartbreak is real, man. And you never want to feel that again. But that's also not healthy. Like that comes with the territory. If you ever gonna really,
it's a trauma response.
It's a response. It's your you haven't healed your inner child yet. You got to sit some time with you. Sit by yourself. Go sit down somewhere. Learn yourself. Learn how to respond to these situations. Because not everybody gonna be for you, and you got to be able to accept that.
Yeah, that's fucking true. But you also have to remember, if you seeking a certain thing, you can't complain about the results you get when you're looking for that.
Thank you, sir.
That's my only complain.
That is my only point there.
Like I get so tired of the niggas ain't shit or men is trash and all men are trash and niggas ain't. No, that's because you are literally choosing to fuck with the non-shit niggas.
You know everything that you want and why it's bad for you, and you still pick it because you telling yourself it's good. Like, okay. That's your thing.
I seen somebody. I seen a content creator say, the niggas the ideal niggas that y'all women say he was on a panel of women. Y'all already know the nigga. He's already in your face or in your circle or somebody that you already friend zone.
In one way
somebody you have already put in the friend zone or the brother zone or some shit. You already met the nigga that's the right nigga for you.
Yeah. After you get tired of everybody else, you're gonna circle back to him. By the way,
and that's usually what happens.
He ain't gonna be there.
He ain't gonna be there. Ain't gonna be attentive to that. None of that. If he do smack, that's all it was for.
Yeah, but yeah.
But at that point, you can't feel bad. Like you didn't want me when I was on you. Like when I was willing to give you the world. Now I don't. Now I'm over it. But you come with baggage and want me to give you the world. That's just not.
You can understand, but that doesn't really excuse it. Like I hit it, I get what you really can't complain, especially when it comes to romance. Like this is the kind of man you like. This is what you choose. This is literally what you're choosing. Like don't come tell me why you can't stand this dude. Like we all know why you can't stand him.
Yes, it's clear. Very clear. Everyone understands that.
It's not clear that's why you chose nigga, but hey,
now you done made this soul tie. You can't help yourself. You got to keep going back
because I wasn't threatening enough. That's weird. That's weird. That's on you.
You didn't have that.
That is weird.
You didn't give him that healthy fear.
I've been in relationships where I was disrespected until I like acted like an ain't shit nigga or got disrespectful with the girl I was with or some shit or talking to her a certain way.
Showed her a glimpse.
Yes, and then that whole shit changed and it pissed me off because it's like it take a lot of work to be that nigga. I don't want to be that nigga.
I don't want to operate in that.
Yeah, I don't want to live in that headspace. I want to be the nigga that lay on your lap, nigga, while you fucking rub my beard and my bald head and shit, and we watch the movies together.
It can be that simple.
I want to be like, cool. I don't want to be, where you going? You going with your friends? Man, no, you ain't going nowhere. No, who you texting? You on Instagram, be liking picture? Oh, bitch, I don't want to be that nigga. But a lot of fucking females, that shit.
I'm glad you said a lot because I don't think all females are like that either.
No,
he said a lot.
No.
I think he did say a lot.
He did a lot.
Not all females.
And he's not wrong.
And I think it's harder to find.
Yeah.
In this pool of a lot of women that we got to filter through. You know, I'm on. We single out here. Yeah, you found your wife. So
you single.
We single over here. Me and Sherman, and having to filter through this cookie cutter batch of bitches that are same mindset. You know what I'm saying? It makes it hard to really pinpoint.
Some strong words, Christopher.
It makes it hard to pinpoint the one that can go with what your authentic self. Most times I feel like I gotta be a character or the shit ain't gonna really work.
So,
holding it down.
Yeah, she is. Sorry, I got distracted. But
I'm just pulling up something. No,
I was just showing you the reactions.
But I don't know if I got too much more to add to it. But
no,
fellas,
we could go on and on.
We could. But I think my message was don't get caught up in being the good guy or being the bad
This is
guy.
a thing. Women
be yourself.
Yeah. Women know it and men know it. This is a thing. This is something that happens. I think a lot of men, like, once we like deal with it, we don't take it too personally. Be like, well, maybe she was right. Or at the very least, like, just like the change itself kind of acknowledges what you were doing wrong with women. Because if it was a general trend that women accepted this stuff about some men, then it wouldn't be as prominent a subject.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that out there.
Because all men feel that. I don't think there's a man out here that's just been like, being a nice guy, good guy, just been always working for me. I ain't gonna never like that. I don't think any guy has that testimony.
No. In fact, 99.992% of us feel the complete opposite or have experienced the complete opposite. And at that point, who's to blame? Are we to blame for being a nice guy, or are y'all to blame for making bullshit ass decisions? Well, y'all confuse the fuck out of us because you say you want this, but your actions show that you really want that. So it's like y'all minds and your hearts ain't matching up.
The simple truth is, on one level they want one, and on another level they want the other. So they want both.
Right. They want both. They want both.
But that's the problem. Why do you want both? Why is it that the bad boy gets coochie wet, but the good guy that offer you the world to take care of you the way you want?
I don't want that right now.
Does not get your coochie wet.
Like I said,
why is that not a turn on?
They want to get you at your bad phase, win you over, break you, turn you into good boy. That's
why is the good boy not a turn on though?
I think Chris is exactly right.
they want to break you into that.
Right. I think that's exactly
why is the good guy not the turn on though? Initially,
I ain't got the answers for you, Sway.
I guess you want the.
I'm asking the ladies in the camera.
What's the benefit of a woman having a more aggressive man? That's at the end of the day, like.
Do they think good guys can't protect them type of shit? This is why I need to ask. This is why I need y'all answers.
We don't know. We don't know.
But a lot of them quote unquote bad guys, them fuck boys is scary.
Hey, we're heavily biased. We all have good examples.
We be the complete opposite. We be like, oh yeah, that bad bitch, she got the BBL and all that shit. I fucked down, but the bitch we see taking care of her business, taking care of the one that's willing to take care of her.
She ain't never got time just to come fuck around. Shit,
that's the one that niggas
I gotta take her out.
Yeah, like niggas be like, dang, that shit turns me on. I don't know.
Tanisha, I had just this conversation with the girls at work.
Better didn't go like this.
Well, get some of your girls on the show so they can comment and answer some of these questions, because I really want to know.
Yeah.
Like,
this would have been a good one for Shanice. Shanice.
Right.
we could have
MIA.
Right. But I guess it's your topic. You got anything else?
They want the safe guy when they are older and ready to settle. Real talk. I think that wraps it up nicely. Yeah. But let us know in the comments.
Hold on.
Or we got another one? Oh, snap. My bad. Zane Hammond. Some women grew up in toxic environments and they see how relationships work. They take that and they run with it. That's the problem.
It's a
gang.
Gang.
Taught the correct way. Yeah, I mean,
I can buy some of that too.
We can make the same argument for how we are
boys
do the
culturally.
same thing.
Yeah.
Boys do the same thing.
They hinted on that too. You see your friends trying certain moves, be like, "Oh, that's working for you? Shit, I'm gonna try that." And then you end up creating this persona that you use to get at certain women.
But if you see a certain example of relationships, it does shape you. Because I remember watching my grandparents growing up, and they've been married. They were married for like 60 years before they both passed, and to me, it always was the prime example of the type of relationship or partnership that I would want in my own romantic relationships. But as time goes on, that's not the goal for a lot of people, and you start seeing less and less that that's a possibility or a probability for you. And if you're really tied to that view or that vision that experience that you had, you'll probably be single longer, because you ain't trying to settle for less, which is the opposite of if you ain't never had an example, then you out here doing
any and everything, and hoping to stick to the wall. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm a single nigga just out here living life, man. I don't know.
I was married to my idea for a while, and I think that you gotta have that evolve as time changes, as society mindsets shift. Like they have been shifting, since from we talking where we were in high school to where we are now. The way women think and get out here after their sexuality is vastly different.
Yeah, so I respect that. But
we got to keep that in mind on our end as we combing through this, because I ain't finna tie down no bitch that's been out here living.
Well, men adjust to it because we like what we like. Like women like the bad girl, or the bad boy, and women or men prefer the good girl.
There we go. Yeah. I'm not looking for the one out here willing to go. I might for a night, but I ain't really for my life.
That should be on a t-shirt. I might for a night. We got a comment.
Let's see. A prospect was 40, no kids, never married, and the female was like, "What's wrong with him?"
That's a thing too.
That's the thing, boy. If not just
over
40.
30, really.
If you over 30 with no kids, for some reason women think something's wrong with you. Yeah. And my thing is, I think something's wrong with you if your mentality is you should have kids by a certain time, whether you're ready or not, and you base it on age. Something's definitely wrong with you, and that's my mentality on it.
We getting into all kind of different topics, Brian. Anything else you wanted in this one?
Let us know. All right, and we're back.
Yes, sir.
Right.
That was another episode.
You were
great episode. Great episode. We got through them topics together, but they hit like a mug when we got into them, didn't they?
What the heck was that?
It was so opinionated,
and I only heard 2 of those topics today.
It be like that. It don't be like that. But thank y'all for watching again. Remember to like, share, subscribe to the content. It really will help our algorithm. We're trying to get over this little hump. They got us at a little hump.
And it don't cost you nothing, man.
Hit that little share, the little arrow that got the little
or the thumbs up button.
Thumbs it up. Put a comment if you're rocking with the content. Thank you for new commenters in the comment box as well.
Appreciate that.
That's always
welcome to the conversation.
Be sure y'all follow us
for our regulars.
Always.
Yes.
Much love to the church. Show up for the congregation every Sunday, every Wednesday. Be sure y'all follow us at 805ent.com. That's the main site. You'll find all our gear, our shows, our to-dos, everything there. We want to get in contact with us. We also there. But we also on IG, Facebook. You will like podcasts. One might have underscores.
That's the Instagram.
So
it's on the website.
Also on the website.
So easy to remember.
Also on the website. For sure. To follow us personally, you can catch me on Instagram. Is the only one I really for like that. C-Boy Designs. All your graphic needs. I'm trying to get more jamming on the post. You know, committing to that. Shout out to Kyron. I saw his post about committing to his. Do that, my brother.
Yes.
Do that. So yeah, C-Boy Designs. I like it.
Oh, you can find me Happy Day 24 on X, apparently. He's updated X now. Yeah. Get me, yeah. That's so dumb. But that's where you can find me. Sometimes I'll throw something out.
I just want to be found on MySpace again. You know what I'm saying?
Mine is Pal on Twitch. I don't stream much anymore, but if I do, that's where you'll get me.
He's committing. No,
I have other things out there. I have other things out there, but you know, I don't have a list yet. So, where can they find you,
the brother here?
And y'all can find me on all these platforms at Sir D's.
St. Louis rolling
I'm on all of them: Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, X, apparently, whatever.
Is X?
But you know, Black Planet, all of that. Find me at Sir D's and holla at me because I'm active.
He is active. He's running the ULI site too. But
most of the time, that's me posting from them.
You know, like we love it. We love it from it. That's what we need. Anything else we need to address before we get up out of here?
Shout out to Maury. I know
Shout out to the brother.
Right?
Yes. Still waiting on him to make his grand reappearance on the redo show.
That part.
Snapchat, yeah, Snapchat is his one. He got rid of the IG. Hopefully that's it. Josh Will 15 on the Snapchat. But yes, anything else? Any more housekeeping?
Nah, let's see y'all next time.
Yes, it's been another episode. You know what I'm saying? The marvelous You Alive.
You Alive.
And we out.
We out.